Okay guys, welcome to this White Rose Maths PowerPoint presentation video looking at multiply and divide improper and mixed fractions. So multiplying and dividing improper fractions and mixed fractions. Okay, mixed fractions are also known as mixed numbers. Okay, and I'll explain what those mean as part of the starter. Okay, but this is fully copyrighted from the White Rose Maths website. Okay, so yeah, it's a PowerPoint done explicitly by them. Okay, guys, so get ready. So this is our starter. This is question number 1. Convert 4 and 2/5 into an improper fraction. So this is what I call a mixed number, where you got a whole number, an integer, and a fraction. So a mixed number to an improper fraction, the way I do it is I do the denominator times the whole number. Okay, so I do 5 times 4, and then I add on the value on the numerator plus 2. And the denominator stays out of 5, so it's out of fifths. Okay, 5 lots of 4 is 20, plus the 2 is going to be 22, so the answer is 22 fifths. Okay, an improper fraction is also known as a top-heavy fraction. So if you come across the word top-heavy, that's where the number on the numerator is greater than or equal to the number on the denominator. Okay, a top-heavy fraction. Okay, in secondary school we call it as improper fraction. Okay, or improper fractions. Question number 2, convert 29 ninths to a mixed number. So this is what I call a top-heavy fraction or an improper fraction. Okay, 9s into 29 go 3 times. Okay, 9, 18, 27, and the remainder is 2, so the remainder is written as a fraction, so it's 3 and 2/3, guys, okay? Sorry, 3 and 2/9, sorry. Not 2/3, I made a mistake there. And again, you can check your answer by doing 9 times 3 plus 2. Do I get 29? Well, 9 times 3 is 27, plus the 2 is 29. So that does confirm my answer to be correct. Question number 3, multiplying fractions. I multiply the numerators together and multiply the denominators together, okay, and simplify where possible. 3 times 2 is 6, and 7 times 5 is 35. So the answer is 6/35. Question number 4, dividing fractions. I call it the KFC method. So the keep, flip, change. You keep the first fraction, you flip the second. So you are taking the reciprocal, you are inverting it. So you're swapping top and bottom, and then you change the sign to a multiplication. Okay? So now I do 3 times 5, which is 15, and 7 times 2, which is 14. So it's 15/14. Okay, that's what I call an improper fraction. So as a mixed number, it will be 1 whole and 1/14. Okay, because 14 goes into 15 once with the remainder of 1. So the remainder is written as a fraction out of 14. Okay. That's my answer for question number 4, guys. Okay, here are the White Rose Maths answers. Okay, so tick them if you got them right. Let's learn. Okay, White Rose Maths. Calculate 2 and 4/5 times 6/11. Now there's multiple different ways of working out this sum. Okay, for me personally, I'm going to change this into a top-heavy fraction or an improper fraction. Okay, so I'm going to do 5 times 2 is 10, plus the 4 is going to be 14, so it's 14/5 times 6/11. Okay, oops. Sorry about that, guys. So times it by 6/11. So multiply the tops and multiply the bottoms together. 14 times 6, so I can just do a quick calculation here. Okay, 14 times 6. So 4 times 6 is 24. So 4, carry the 2. 6 times 1 is 6, plus the 2 is going to be 8. So you're going to get 84 on the numerator, and 5 times 11 is 55. Okay, 5 11s are 55. Okay, now that's what I call an improper fraction. Okay, so changing it back into a mixed number, I get 1 whole, and then the remainder will be 84, take away 55. Okay, remember that my fraction will still be out of 55. So 4 take away 5 I can't do, so I need to borrow. That goes to a 7. That now becomes 14. 14 take away 5 is 9, and 7 take away 5 is 2. So you get 1 whole and 29 over 55, okay, or 1 whole and 29 55ths. Okay, that's my answer for that question. Okay, again, there are multiple different ways of working out your answer. I could have done 4/5 times 6/11 and got an answer, and then done 2 times 6/11 and then added my answers together. Okay, that's also another way. Okay, 14/5. Okay, that one there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this next one, okay, so pause the video, guys, yeah, and try this question, and then press play when you're ready, okay? Calculate 2 4/5 times 6/11. Again, changing this into an improper fraction, so be out of fifths. 5 times 2 is 10, plus the 4 is going to be 14. Oh, it's the same answer, same one. Okay, but I think it's doing it here like a different method. Okay, yeah, it will give you the same answer, which is going to be 84. Okay, 55ths, okay, or 1 and 29 55ths, okay, for that one. Okay, so 2 plus 4/5. Okay, so yeah, so this is like another way. So I can do 2 lots of 6/11 plus 4/5 lots of 6/11, and then add my answers together. Now, being careful here, here, if you're multiplying a whole number by a fraction, the whole number gets multiplied only by the numerator. So you get 12/11 plus 24 out of 55. Now, when you're adding fractions, you need to have a common denominator. So I've got to change this out of 55 by timesing top and bottom by 5. So I get 60, okay, out of 55, okay, when I rearrange that, times top and bottom by 5, okay, and then adding my answers together, okay, I get 84 55ths, okay, which again simplifies to 1 and 9, 29 over 55, okay. Now, a little side note here, it doesn't actually say write your answer as a mixed number, but it's always, yeah, good practice here to like leave it in that form, okay? But because it doesn't actually say it explicitly, then examiners won't penalize you if you left it as an improper fraction or a top-heavy fraction, okay? Examiners here will be very clear when they ask you, yeah, to obviously work it out, yeah, and present your answer in a certain way. Okay, here is the answer, yeah, doing it this way. Okay, so let's to work out your answer, okay? What's the same, what's different? Okay, so yeah, so it gives you the same answer. Okay, but what's different here is the method is different. Okay, this next one, so calculate 2 4/5 times 1 and 6/11. Again, I'm going to change them both to improper fractions and then multiply the fraction as normal. Okay, 5 times 2 is 10, so that'll be 14. 11 plus this 6 goes to 17. Okay, so we've got some slightly harder calculations, a bit more involved. 5 times 11 is going to be 55. And then 14 times 11, okay, we can work it out to the side. Okay, and again, this would typically appear on a non-calculator for like a typical GCSE paper, or even like a typical, yeah, end of term or end of key stage 3 test, okay, or assessment. 4 7s are 28. 8, carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7, plus the 2 is going to be 9. I'm going to put a 0 there for a placeholder. I'm going to have 4 and 1. Okay, adding my answers together now. Be very careful, yeah, I'll do it on here. 8 plus 0 is going to be 8. 9 plus 4 is going to be 13. So 3, carry the 1. Okay, 1 plus the 1 is going to be 2. So it's going to be 238 55ths. Okay, for that. Now, as a mixed number, well, double of 55 is 110. Double 110 will be 220. So it'd be 4, okay, and then 18 55ths. Okay, and that doesn't simplify any further. Okay, because there are no common factors between 18 and 55. Okay, here is the White Rose Maths, okay, answer. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then this next one is going to show like a different method. Okay, it's going to do 2 times 1 plus 2 times 6/11 plus 4/5 times 1 plus 4/5 times 6/11. Okay, it will give you the same answer. Okay, so 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 4/5 is 4/5, 2 times 6/11 it will be 12/11, and then that will give you 24/55 or 24/55. Adding your answers together, and you will get the same answer as that. Okay. There we go. Again, there's no set method. Okay, work out 8 3/4 divided by 1 1/4. Now this one here is probably more. Yeah, I'd stick with that one method here. So here I would change them both to improper fractions. Okay, and then do my rule of division. 4 times 8 is 32. Plus the 3 will be 35. So I get 35/4 divided by 4 times 1 is 4. Plus the 1 is going to be 5. So divided by 5/4. Okay, dividing fractions, keep, flip, change. So KFC method. So 35/4. Okay, you are multiplying by its reciprocal. So you take the reciprocal of 5/4, or you invert it and then you change it to a times. Okay, so dividing by 5/4 is the same as multiplying by 4/5. Okay, now we multiply fractions, we multiply the top numbers together and the bottom numbers together. Now here I'm going to do a bit of cross cancelling to make this sum a bit easier. I'm going to divide top and bottom by 4, so that goes to 1, that goes to 1. Okay, 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 4 divided by 4 is 1. Divide top and bottom by 5, okay, on the cross multiplication. So the cross numbers, that goes to 1, that goes to 7, okay. 7 times 1 is 7, and then 1 times 1 is 1. So you get 7/1, which is just the answer 7. Okay, so the final answer is just the whole number 7. Okay, so that's the method that I would do, okay, to work out your answer. Okay, it is possible to do 8 divided by 1 1/4, 3 divided by 1 1/4, and then add your answers together, but that one, yeah, is a bit more complex. Okay, but stick to this one for dividing mixed numbers. Okay, so they are going to show you it pictorially. Okay, for that. Okay, this next one, okay, last question for today's video. Okay, 10 5/8 divided by 1 2/3. Again, change them to improper fractions or top heavy fractions. Okay, 8 lots of 10 is 80, plus the 5 goes to 85. So 85/8 divided by 1 2/3. So 3 times 1 is 3, plus the 2 goes to 5. So dividing by 5/3 is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. So you're multiplying by the inverse. So you multiply by its reciprocal. So you keep, flip, change. Keep the first fraction. You flip the second fraction, and then you change it to a times. Okay, it should actually be a 3 there. Okay, sorry about my handwriting in this video. Again, I'm going to do a bit of cross cancelling here to make it a bit easier. I'm going to divide top and bottom of these by 5. So I get 1 here, and then I get 17 here. Okay, 85 divided by 5 is 17. Then working this out, 17 times 3 is 51. And then 8 times 1 is 8. So you get 51/8, which is my improper fraction. As a mixed number, it will be 6 whole. Okay, 6/8 are 48, and the remainder is 3. So the answer is 6 3/8. Okay, for that one. Okay, so that's my answer for that question, guys. Okay, and here is the White Rose Maths answer. Okay, they worked it out, and then they simplified. You got the answer of 6 3 8. Okay. Right, guys, that's the end of today's video on multiplying and dividing, fractions involving mixed numbers. Okay, this is aimed, more towards, the start of the higher tier. Okay, so it's more for the higher tier students for GCSE maths. Okay, but parts of it may also be appropriate revision for foundation tier. Okay, but timesing mixed numbers and dividing mixed numbers, is more for higher tier. Okay, but the technique will also be appropriate, for foundation tier students, okay, and also key stage 3 students as well. okay? Right, guys, thanks for watching, okay? If you did find it useful and informative, please like, please comment, please share, and please subscribe, okay? And please turn on post notifications by clicking that bell icon, and I'll see you all inside the next video, okay? Thanks for watching, take care, all the best with your studies, okay? And I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Bye for now, all the best.